With the big day still over a month away, Farnham's Christmas light switch-on marks the start of the town's festive celebrations. Residents flocked to Gostrey Meadows, where they were treated to an array of performances and attractions. Aside from the festive fun, Farnham residents have mixed opinions on whether or not Christmas has become too commercialised.
At shops, you get all the big presents that are really expensive, and then people buy them for presents when it's about family and stuff. It's kind of a bit early because it's not even December.
I don't really agree with that. I think it can be, but it's up to the individual to decide whether they want to make it that way or not. So to just get in the Christmas spirit a little bit.
According to a recent study conducted by Statista, the average UK household spent over £800 on Christmas last year, with over £78 billion spent on Christmas products overall in the UK. Farnham Council leader Carol Coburn was keen to state the importance of the light switch-on in bringing business to Farnham over the Christmas period.
It's very important because the whole point of it is to get people into the town and see what the town's got to offer. So it's one of our important events of the whole year, I think. Everyone always moans that Christmas is starting early, but the people that moan the most are usually the ones that go into Forest Lodge in July and buy all the Christmas baubles that they need. So I think we have to get a balance between being behind the curve and getting people to come and spend their money in Farnham. So I think, on balance, it's about right.
Despite the statistics showing that Christmas continues to become more expensive, the message from Farnham is clear. Let the festivities begin. This has been Dan Fox reporting for UCA News. Dementia is quickly becoming one of the biggest health issues in modern society, and numbers are only expected to rise as the years continue to pass. Lack of funding and no known treatment for the disease means that the condition continues to have an impact on so many people's lives. The Sporting Memories Foundation is the world's first charity dedicated to sports reminiscence and physical activities. The First Central County Ground in Hove hosted the first Sporting Memories session in Sussex, and organiser Linda Bowen was keen to emphasise the importance of the session engaging older members of the community.
The event went really well. I'm really chuffed. All of the people that came to participate went away having a lovely time. They all contributed, they all talked about their social and sporting events.
The charity supports older people living in England and Wales with dementia, depression and loneliness by engaging them in social activities and helping them to recall memories of watching or playing sport.
Obviously this one is the first one and it seems to be started well. So I've got 2 more to set up in the next 6 months and I'm hoping to get those going very soon. I'm talking to various people where the best location is. Critical thing is, of course, is where the volunteers are.
Sporting Memories hope that these events will give elderly people the chance to share their fondest memories, with volunteers playing a key part in keeping the sessions running.
All the other people are probably busy, but older people maybe have got a bit of time, and it gives them something extra to do, and probably changes their life a bit.
I love the song. We came up with a team chant. I love that, but really just engaging with the gentlemen individually. I really enjoyed. They really were lovely chaps.
For more information on the Sporting Memories initiative and any upcoming events in your local area, visit www.sportingmemoriesnetwork.com. This has been Dan Fox reporting for UCA News. For many Woking fans, last night's FA Cup draw would have represented a significant moment in the club's history. Cards fans flocked to the Laithwaite Community Stadium to watch the action unfold. Woking were ball number 54 in the highly anticipated third round draw after they shocked Swindon in round 2, and there were many close shaves as the ties were decided.
Against number 5. out of Blackburn Rovers.
And then, the moment that all Cards fans had waited for.
54 is Woking. Who are Alan Dowson's side going to get?
So I produce my magic again. Number 40.
They get Watford.
A home tie against Premier League side Watford is the reward that awaits the Surrey side, and the fans are more than optimistic about their chances.
Well, I mean, the fans away at Swindon in the second round, they were the 12th man, and they were what won us the game, essentially. They were so passionate and loud throughout the whole game, didn't stop singing. So we know what sort of atmosphere we can make here.
Yep, I'm sure we can. I think even a draw will be a good result, but I think it's winnable, probably low-scoring game. Depends on players' fitness of both teams and availability, but fingers crossed we'll put a full squad out and do the business and be back here for the fourth round.
Woking midfielder Paul Hodges was also delighted with the outcome of the draw and is looking forward to a unique experience.
The home crowd will be amazing. We know that we'll draw thousands here, and we're so looking forward to it, really are.
Fellow Woking players Bertie Showreel, Charlie Hester-Cook and Nottingham Forest owner Toby Edser were also excited about facing such distinguished opposition.
Yeah, very happy. I just mentioned it in front of the people, it was my first ever club that signed me when I was 17. And I'm very pleased with the draw. I hope I can get some minutes, and I'm really pleased for the club at the end that we got such a big draw and play it at home.
Yeah, definitely. It's a Premier League side at home, get a big crowd here, Woking, a good occasion for the club. So yeah, really look forward to it.
Very happy. I think everyone in our team, including all the fans and staff, they would have dreamed of a Premier League team, and we've got it. For the club in particular, I think it's great that it's at home.
Whatever happens in the third round, this game will go down as the biggest game in Woking's recent history, and everyone connected to the club will relish their turn in the FA Cup limelight. This has been Dan Fox reporting for UCA News in Woking. Grassroots football provides every young player in the UK with an entry point as they look to fulfil a dream career in the beautiful game. After progressing through grassroots football, many players go on to academies before joining professional teams. So why are facilities in the UK so far behind? Compared to other European football superpowers such as France and Germany, the range of high-quality grassroots facilities available to players in the UK is considerably reduced. But what do the players, coaches and those in charge of grassroots facilities make of the current situation? A study conducted by Sports England in 2018 found that 94,000 football games across England were called off due to inadequate facilities during the 2017-18 season, whilst only 1 in 3 community football pitches was deemed adequate by the Football Association. It's statistics like this that have prompted action from various local football associations in order to resolve the problem of poor grassroots facilities. Academy founder Dale Tobias is recognised as one of the top technical coaches in the UK, holding a UEFA B licence among his many coaching badges. An ex-player himself, Tobias has very similar memories of his experiences with facilities compared to what the youth of today experience.
In terms of the pitches and so forth, yes, I mean, I think the pitches haven't really changed in all that time. They're a little bit better, maybe, you could say, in some areas, but as a whole, you know, I think that the pitches, the only difference is the 3G pitches have, you know, improved, and there's more of them which you can train on during the week, whereas you used to train in school halls and Saturday mornings on grass pitches. But you know, I think that had a different learning outcome for us as players.
He also believes that councils and schools need to take greater care of their facilities, as well as provide greater funding so that every child has access to a nearby grassroots pitch.
I think personally, the government should make sure that all secondary schools has a 3G pitch, has a full-size 3G pitch. It wouldn't be nice to think that all grassroots or semi-professional and county teams could have grassroots, could have 3G pitches. Unfortunately, I think that's not going to be realistic, but I do think that the council should spend more on parks and the upkeeps of parks and help clubs to maybe take over these parks and the running of them. I know there is a play and pitch strategy that they have at the moment, but I don't think that it's as good as it needs to be to help improve the facilities for young people, and not just in football, it should be for all sports.
New pitches like this one in Surrey guarantee local grassroots sides have the opportunity for their players to develop on both a team and individual basis. The local university side regularly use this pitch in preparation for their home games. However, not all communities have access to facilities as pristine as these. Sussex FA referee and academy coach Joel Lamping believes that high-quality facilities will allow upcoming players to develop in the best environments possible.
The facilities, they've definitely improved since I was there, but I wouldn't say they were bad. I mean, a lot of it was on grass pitches when I was younger, or sand-based Astros if you like. But it's nice to give each and every child the opportunity to hopefully play on an artificial 3G surface, and then and other nice looked after pitches.
The constant maintenance of current facilities is also something he believes is key in ensuring that players can improve to the greatest possible extent at all times.
Through work myself as a coach and as a referee, I actually prefer being on grass pitches. In terms of supporting and helping facilities and improving them, if anything, I think artificial pitches are a really good example, and also clubhouses, changing rooms. Obviously the size of changing rooms are very important, because if you've got a nice large changing room to give everybody the space and support for match preparation, I think that's always good for each and every player. But I definitely think there is room for improvement in terms of facilities.
So from a coach's point of view, certainly nothing has changed in terms of grassroots facilities over the past 3 decades. So what exactly is being done by those in charge of grassroots facilities in order to ensure the future is brighter? Opened at the beginning of the 2018-19 season, Dorking Wanderers Meadowbank Stadium houses the main offices for the Surrey FA. It is in these offices that the foundations for future grassroots projects are laid out and organised. Football Development Officer Mike Gillam was keen to highlight the complex process that decides which areas within the county require the most attention to detail.
So in Surrey we have 15 local authorities. We'll end up with 15 plans. Those plans will tell us all about the supply of football in that borough, the demand of football in that borough, and as a result we'll be able to pull out any sort of key facility priorities that might need additional funding or that might need revamping or reconsidering for the future, and that's a 10-year strategy in line with the FA National Football Facility Strategy.
The overseeing of new projects throughout Surrey is something that brings a significant level of satisfaction to the people that are responsible for laying down the foundations.
The facilities can take a long time to develop. They can take a couple of years from kind of that first conversation about developing it all the way through to it actually being built, so it can take longer than that even. So yeah, it's really satisfying once you see a facility that you've worked on actually get built, and even more satisfying when you see players using it, for sure.
Despite their recent investments into grassroots football, the Surrey FA are still underachieving in terms of fulfilling their targets for new facilities. This is something that they are very aware of and keen to address as quickly as possible.
I think we've had significant investment from the Football Foundation in artificial pitches and changing rooms and grass pitches. Our biggest challenge is grass pitches. We're far from where we want to be. Council facilities, school facilities aren't at where they need to be, and we are trying to work with those authorities to kind of get those facilities up to standard.
So it seems that despite the efforts of the Surrey FA and countless other FAs across the country, for many communities, having high quality grassroots facilities is still a long-term objective with no clear conclusion in sight. But what does this mean for current players of all ages? Sussex-based side White Hawk FC uses state-of-the-art 3G surface for their training sessions and some friendly fixtures. Located in the shadow of Brighton and Hove Albion's Amex Stadium, the pitch allows for training to take place in all weather. Hawks former Brighton Academy striker Connor Tye feels that current facilities need improvement across the board and that 3G pitches are the benchmark for the future.
Well, it's not great really. As like anyone that plays football knows, like, it's like really hard. It's basically like this really, just like standard 3G or maybe even worse, like just training on any grass you can get. So it's not really ideal, but it could be better. Yeah, you can use it all year round. So whereas like grassroots football, it's hard to keep hold of the pitches, like because some councils don't want to spend money on it, and it's like really difficult to keep like the maintenance of pitches. So I think 3G is probably the best way to go.
Meanwhile, 60 miles away in Hampshire, even local over 35s teams are struggling to find adequate facilities. The Alton Town veterans were forced to relocate to their current pitch as a result of a congested fixture list for the club's other sides.
I mean, we were a vets team with a club in Four Marks, and because there were 4 teams in one pitch, there was a lot of competition. The club attitude at the time was, you old boys have had your day, you have to give preference to the younger guys, which was a little bit unfair, but we understood it. So we had to look for an alternative venue, which meant we played in various council pitches, school pitches, until we found a home at Alton Vets. It's very rewarding. Sunday mornings we all look forward to the game. We have a few social events as well. We go to the pub after, whether we win or whether we lose. So it's the social cohesion and the ability we're still able to play football in our mid-50s, early 60s. Sometimes it's frustrating, but a lot of the times it's rewarding. Sometimes you find that everybody leaves the changing room and you've got the gear, you've got people who leave stuff behind them, and you're like a headmaster. But when we win, when we do well, end of season dues, if there's a birthday party, we all get together, and that's very rewarding, the social aspect as well as the pitch aspect as well.
Whatever the future holds for grassroots facilities, it still seems that in this respect, the UK has a long way to go until it reaches the standards of other countries who share a passion for football. It is hoped that with additional funding in the future, grassroots will continue to grow and more footballers will reap the rewards.
Go on, Hendo, go on! Look for the pass! Good ball! Go on! Yeah! Finish! Oh! Unlucky, Blakey! Come on! 3. Both Siders 1. And here's your fourth for the Swans. Number 10, Mo Bentner. And the goal was in the 76th minute. And Motorcycles pull one back. Swans 4. Motorcycles 2.